wanted to make sure it looked like it looks. That's what I asked.
I'm live. Hi, everybody. This is Sean, and this is Ring of Light Crafts. Um, my puppies are playing with each other. Sorry. Today, people have been asking me type of rings that I found at the Dollar Tree, as well as how to take the. I believe this is an 18-inch. Nope, this one's a 14-inch. How to place the ties around a 14-inch frame. The circle one is all I've been asked. So I'm going to do that today. So first of all, let me show you the frames that I found. Um, I personally have only found the 14-inch at the Dollar Tree, but you can also, I've been told, which I have not found, you can also find the 12-inch if you're lucky, and the 28-inch if you're lucky. Now, as you know, if anybody, oh, I forgot the other frame. If anybody goes to the Dollar Tree and looking for frames, is if you're lucky to find them because they're going out like wildfire. Um, this is the breast cancer awareness wreath. Um, once again, Dollar Tree if you're lucky. They also have the candy cane, which I do have a case. I just forgot to get one out. And it's kind of like if you're lucky to find those, especially around Christmas. You got the hot one. All these frames, you guys, these are like, if you're lucky, get in there, get them when you find them. If you can afford it, buy at least two or three. And then latest one that I have found, which this is a first one I bought of this, and I've never made one yet, is the witch's hat. Now I can see so many things you guys can do with this, such as cutting off this last ball and turning this into a Christmas tree. You can also just leave it as is, turn it into the witch's hat, a grome, a grome hat, um, and just have fun with it. Pretty much anything. You make so much out of these things. Remember, once again, these are all Dollar Tree or 99-cent store. Matter of fact, this hat, this one, the witch's hat, I actually, whoops, sorry, Grandpa. I actually want to say this one was at, no, it was a Dollar Tree. I went to both places, right? I think then. Now, a secret about the hearts. Some people want the double hearts. Unfortunately, I didn't think about it and bring up two frames. The double hearts is simply two hearts attached together. You can do it that way if you can't find the devil hearts, which I've never personally seen the devil's heart. I always had it attached with the two. Let me set these aside. And we're not going to worry about those. The ones that I have had questions is for beginners how to attach the twist ties. Let me get this off. Or the pipe cleaners, whatever people want to call them. Sentinel stems, there's so many names. Once again, you can find these at the Dollar Tree. Um, all different colors, usually if you're lucky, or variety pack. This one, honestly, I don't know where this one came from, so I'm not going to state. Um, kind of want to say Dollar Tree though, but I really don't recall. So, anyways, let me show you how to hook this one together. So you guys can, those that are beginning with wreathings, can start making your own special perfect wreaths for you or your family.
Okay.
Okay, you will need, let me show you. We'll count it together. We're going to start where I place my hand. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sixth section. And you're going to have to put, my math is so bad. I haven't done this in so long, you guys. Um, you're going to put 3 Snell stems or pipe cleaners in each section. So there's 6, and you got to do 3 in each section. You're going to need a pack of at least 18 if you want to use a whole. Some people cut them in half. Depends on how you do it, is how I would cut them. Let me go ahead. What you're going to do is take your Snell skim. Um, some people fold them in half. Like I said, I'll show you the difference. They fold them in half, and then they're going to use one on each section. Let me lower you guys. You didn't come here to see me. You came here to see this. So let me lower you guys down. Okay, here we go. And what they would do is they would actually just put one of these in one section, and that's as big as you're going to get with this by cutting it in half. I myself don't like working with something that small because my hands are big. So what I do is I would just take the whole section and I would use that, and then at the end roll them down, make little curly cubes or put little balls on top. Okay, each section has to have three. You take your Chanel skim, you go through the bottom two, you guys, and bring them to where they will meet. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just bring them where they will meet. Get a nice snug on it. And then we're going to go ahead and twist tie it. Hopefully where they kind of meet in the middle. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, you guys. A lot of people just do it one twist. Try to do it at least two, you guys. Okay, if not three. For the simple reason you want them to stay on. And then I just kind of fold this and get it out of my way. So now we got a hello, baby. Go to the next section here. And remember, it's still the bottom two. So you pull, you get a hold of it, and then you're going to go ahead, you're going to twist it at least twice, you guys, okay? At least twice. I'm going to do this one three because I did the first one three, and I'm going to keep them the same. Okay, I'm going to fold those out of my way for the simple reason I want to show you the next one. On the same section here, we have a total of three on each. So now you need to put one from the top two. I don't know if you guys can see this. It was better down here, huh? The top two. So when I say the top two, I'm talking about these little rings here. In this is our section from one joint to the next. That's our section. And these are all little rings, okay? They're not really rings, but you get the idea. There's a total of four in this particular frame. Now, some frames do have threes, so don't panic if you have a three frame. You just do pretty much the same. But put two on the bottom, and then the one that's extra, just put one around that one, okay? Since this one has four, I'm putting around all all of them. I want something around every little ring here, so I'm going to put this around the top two. And once again, I'm going to push it three times because I already started at three. So as you can tell now, the bottom two has two on there. Can you see them both? The bottom two has two, and then the top one has one. Now you do the same thing for every section. So let's go ahead and let's just get the next section started. You guys, some of these frames is, I don't know if you can tell, some of these frames are not exactly perfect hooked together. And when you tie them, that may break. Don't panic. You can glue it. Okay? Don't panic. You don't have to throw them out. I used to think, oh no, it was a waste. I have to take it back, get my money back because it's broken. No, we can fix them. It's just a way the machine when they made them worked. So once again, the top two. I'm sorry, my hands got in the way here. One, two. I'm going three. You don't have to. And we'll go ahead and do the bottom two. So once again, if you're beginning and you just don't know how to do the twist ties or you get a little confused, this is the way I do them. Remember guys, you can always cut them off if it's too long after you put on everything you're going to put on it, and you don't have to worry about it. If you waste a little, that's okay. You can always save those pieces if they're decent size to use for some other kind of craft, or just make sure they get into the garbage can so your wee ones don't get it, because those things bloody hurt. I should know, right? Okay, so now we got three on two section. We do have four more sections here to do, but I want to show you something. Since I'm not actually going to make this into a wreath today, I was mentioning curly cues. Imagine we have everything we want in here. We got our mesh and we got our ribbon and stuff like that, our little decorations, whatever we wanted. And let's just say I have about that much extra. My curly cues are really simple. Let me grab my little thing here. You can take a stick, scissors, you can take a pencil, and all you're going to do is you're going to wrap it around it. Okay, just go all the way down to wherever your mesh is. And then you're going to pull up. There's your curly cue. That's going to give you something a little extra right in the center of your design. Don't do these until after you make your wreath. Okay, and let me show you one more time. I'm just showing you guys how I would do them. You do not have to do this. And once again, there's your little curly cue. If I pulled it too hard, which I did, it's okay, just do it again. The wild base, you guys, is easy. You just readjust it any way you want them. So once everything's in here, instead of trying to cut them way down and trying not to cut your mesh because you got to move everything out to get to these, just make them curly cubes. They also have these little foam balls you can buy at the Dollar Tree or pretty much anywhere else. And you just push them right on the top, or you can paint them some already pre-painted or colorful. And you just stick them right on top. They're especially neat for Christmas wreaths because if you have a Christmas wreath, you can just put the white ones right on top and just really looks cool. So that just tells you what you can do with the little extras pieces that stick up without having to butcher them all. Okay, so once again, let me show you guys again, just to make sure that I myself am doing it straight, because there's one more secret to this. Now, you guys are probably asking, yeah, great, Shauna, you put them on now. You show us how to put them on now. So let's do this. 1, 2. I'm going 3 times because I started at 3. There's my 3, but look, they move. And that will drive you nuts when you're trying to put something together. And this one's suddenly way over here. So let me show the secret. Let's go ahead and put these 3 on here because I might as well do them all at once, right? And I'll just do these 3 sections I showed you guys. So once again, the bottom 2, 1, nice and snug, 2, 3. I'll get that one out of my way. We got one more to do on the top 2. So the very top 2, and you want this one in the middle, you guys. If it moves, don't panic. I'm going to show you that in a second. So once again, we got the 1, 2, 3. Okay, bring those out of my way. Now, before you do anything after putting your 18 nail skims or pipe cleaners on this, we're going to flip it over. Now we know we want the bottom 2 is even as we can get them on the bottom, right? And then we want the top one in the middle. Okay, just trying to move the excess out so you guys can see. Real simple solution, whether you're using 2 on the bottom, 1 on the bottom, depends on the type of style you do. But for making wreaths, I recommend this. Take your glue gun right on the tail end. Just add a little bit of glue between the snail stem and the wreath form itself. And don't worry about it dripping or making a mess because no one's going to see it, you guys. No one. So we just put a little, I'm putting a little on each side. You can just put some on one side or you can just do it one other way and I'll show you that. There is another way you can do that. Let's say that I know this one's over here. I know I want it here. You can go ahead and just put some glue right there. Some people do it this way. And then you slide it in there. I personally don't like doing it that way. You can see why. Not that it's harder, you guys, but it does hide the glue for the most part. But what I don't like about doing it that way is I tend to burn my fingers. So I tend to like to just go on the sides. Even if you just want to do one side, it's fine. I tend to do both sides. There you go. And I'll show you one more time on this side. All I'm going to do, this time I'm going to do it a little cleaner because a lot of you guys like, Sean, that's kind of messy. I don't like the glue. I understand that. Once again, to make sure your nails tied or place where you want them to be. And we're just going to go ahead. And you don't have to be as sloppy as I am. You don't have to go all the way across. You're just going to put a little, enough to hold that snail stem. Oops, we don't want to be sloppy. And there is a way to hide the back, you guys, if you do it this way, the way I'm doing it, and say you don't like the glue showing or the backing at all. Johnny, Grandpa, hand me that red piece right there on that shelf over the mesh. Yep, that's it. We're gonna have Grandpa hand me this. I'm going to show you guys another secret that I normally do not show anybody. Not because I I just don't make enough wreaths. Okay, so once you did this all the way around, and once you made your entire wreath the way you want it, you guys, or before you even make your wreath the way you want it, you have to decide this part as you go. They have these things at the Dollar Tree around Christmas. Well, actually, I got some now. All this is a placement mat. Okay, so with these placement mats, they also have some that are really, really nice, you guys. I don't have any, unfortunately. Every time they come out, I know someone that goes in there and buys every single one they put out. No matter what the color is, she snacks them all up. Um, they're foam, so when you cut them, they're more sturdy and solid. They're awesome. But what you do is you can pre-do this before you even put your mesh and stuff on here, you guys, because this one is a little bigger. Is you place this on here and you cut it off just that wee bit. You just cut this little section off, and once you cut it, it might start to unravel. Put a tad bit of glue right there, make it not unravel. And then once you get it together or before, it's up to you. I tend to like to do it after. You just take this and you glue this on the back, or you can take a hole punch and just tie it on with your Chanel skin. So this is pretty cool. It hides the back of your wreath so you don't see every stitch you made on it, or you can just use it to hide the ugly glue if you don't want the glue. I myself,
Quit.
I don't, puppy wants, puppy's attacking feet. I myself don't really care um, about the glue showing because I don't make enough wreaths. But if I'm going to sell one and I do have a lot of glue, I want those hid just out of respect for the person that's buying them and for the fact that I want my work to look, to look nice. So once again, you guys, there's grab this. We're starting with this. Here's one. Go over real super fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 section on this 14-inch reef, and this is a 4-ring reef holder. Once again, that's the round pieces going around the reef before you get to the connection, the joint, if you will. You put 2 twist ties on the bottom. At least twist them twice to make sure they're nice and sturdy. You don't want to twist them once. Some people I've seen do. No disrespect, but it falls apart because they have to twist it before they can put the mesh in. Once they're done, the excellent work is absolutely excellent. I'm not complaining. I had great teachers. Um, but remember, on the bottom 2 rings, you hooked your 2 Chanel stems, and then on the top 2 you hook 1, and then I will flip it over. You just add your little glue if you want glue. If not, you don't have to. They will just move on you until you place it the way you get everything done. Okay, and then once you get all your Chanel stem and all your beautiful work done, you just add, so you don't have to cut too close to your mesh and cut your mesh. I have done that, you guys. You think, oh, I can just hold it down and cut it. Yeah, you can. And the possibility of you cutting something you don't want to is a little higher than you like. I have to redo reefs because of that. So, anyways, you just take your little curly cues and twist them around a pencil, a stick, whatever you got, and you got your little curly cubes in there. So that's the base of the reef. Do not do the curly cues until you're totally finished with your reef. Why have to sit there and undo everything, add something, and then make them back? I've done that too. So that's the very last step on your reef, period. Okay. Um, Once again, you just have fun with it. Let me raise you guys up. Watch your beautiful eyes. And hello to hello. Hi, Jane. Welcome. Good morning. So once you get your reef forms the way, all beautiful and all set, then if you decide to, you can always add a backing to it. I don't have any reefs done to show you exactly how to do this, but once again, you can use a hole puncher Or you can just go ahead and now stem it on, especially the real flimsy ones from the Dollar Tree. Um, but if you find the foam ones, highly, highly, highly recommend the foam ones. Okay, guys, highly recommend the foam. They're easy to cut. You don't have to worry about gluing something if you mess it up. It is foam, so it works extremely well to protect the back of your wreath and hide any little imperfections on the back that you don't want anyone to see. So once again, it's just a lot of fun, you guys. Um, take your time doing this. Do not rush this. And once you learn how to do it, bam, you'll have it out in no time. Okay, I actually had to review my brain and call a friend, and she only does three for the most part. And then I had to go back and watch the original video I did on Facebook in order to remember the three sections for the four, because I knew it, but it's been so long since I made a read. It's been about a year. I just want to make sure that I showed you guys correctly. Um, it's a lot of fun, you guys. Just because I haven't done it in a year, I'm more of a painter. Doesn't mean that they're not fun to do. Now remember, there are all other reforms as well out there at the Dollar Tree. They're also at Walmart, stuff like that. You guys feel free to look around. The cheapest place, period, to find a reform is the Dollar Tree. However, the big difference is between a Dollar Tree reform and one that you might find at Walmart. They have plain ones like this too. You're gonna pay a pretty penny. You're gonna pay about $3, $4 for it compared to a buck eight with tabs. Now the secret to these are, um, yes, Walmart does sell something like this, and so does other stores, but they also sell the ones that already have these pre-attached. Now these used to run pre-attached, which also is a free D look, which is pretty cool. Um, but they run a lot higher. They're between $7 and $10 now. Okay, if you're lucky to find one for five at this size, go for it. Um, there is a secret, you guys. If you want the puffy in the middle, you want it to look full, and you only have this form. The secret is, if I remember correctly, and I'm pretty sure I do, people usually do 10 on the inside and then 11 or 10 on the outside, and then they work from there. It can stay flat, especially on a flat ring. If you want yours to be more prominent, and you don't have a screen on your front door where you're going to put this, you want to do 11 on the inside and maybe 12 on the outside. It'll give it that more of a puff, which means instead of being like this big, your frame might stand out about this big. But also taking shipping to advise, think about that. If you're going to ship it, it may cost a little more because it will be heavier or cost more for you to make, so you have to up your price. So on that note, you guys, a little bit of glue, some little snail skim, and Dollar Tree reforms. Have a great time. Don't panic if you mess up. Practice your snail stem. Make sure you got it how you want it. And if you decide to add your hot glue, go with that. And in this case, I always say just have fun. And as always, guys, don't forget, please, if you haven't, please, um, and you like my tutorials, please subscribe and hit the little bell and click when it gives you three sayings. Click all. Sorry, the puppy got my cord here. Click all so you see everything that I post. Um, and share this if you will. I really appreciate it because you do help. So, and on that, you guys, as always, be blessed.